Today it's Friday, January 10, 2025. Let's see the progress with the M177. Yesterday, as soon as I mount the crankshaft, I wrap it with nylon because I need to prepare the piston and connecting rods. First, I wash everything, all the pistons with the numbers as it was. Alright, the connecting rods, like I said, it's gonna end up being like this. Alright, fine. We have the piston rings. This is the top, this is the second, this is the oil control ring here, and I have the wrist pin, and I have here a piston from a low mileage M177. It's less than 5,000 kilometers for a reference. Fine. What needs to be done? Like any other time, what needs to be done? Need to get some measurements. Need to check the skirt of the piston, the ring land, to get the weight, to see from the bore where it's passing the wrist pin. Okay. Same thing from the connecting rods, big end, small end. I'm gonna use the old bolts with the new connecting rod bearings, just to see that it's nice and round and it's okay. And then finally, I'm gonna use the new bolts, connecting bolts, for a final assembly to torque it down. So that's it. Give me some hours, 1 second for you, and you're gonna see everything prepared. Before I install them, if everything is fine, it should be fine. It shouldn't give me any headache. It was a bone stock application after all. I don't see any big problem. Alright. I didn't see any problem also with the piston rings, to be honest. Looks fine. But let's double check it to don't have any headache. Weight and dimensions. Let's start working. Piston connecting is done. Connecting bearings, the new bolts in place. All in place. Lovely. I have already installed one. It could be much worse. Imagine to install everything and then forget to make a video. Alright, at least I didn't forget it. Spins nice. Alright, let's continue putting the rest. Let's bring that journal there. Yep. Moving on. Piston connecting rods all are in place. In order. All the arrows front, the QR code. Alright, as it was before. It ended up the same pieces on the same cylinders. Alright, it spins beautiful. It doesn't bite anywhere. It doesn't have that much run out after all. Alright, let's put also the damper pulley. Yeah, I'm gonna get a pin. Fine. Lovely. Moving on. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put the main timing chain, the guides, the intermediate gears, one for the water pump here, the other one that's cycling, that's transmitting the power actually to the camshaft sub. Yeah, alright. Oil pump and so on. I'm gonna close. What I'm gonna close? I haven't cleaned the oil pump. I have cleaned the lower part. Yay. Alright. Yeah, I'm continuing. You're gonna see. Engine upside down. Engine oil heat exchanger. It's here, it's been washed, it's been prepared, it's been inspected. It didn't have a glitter inside. If I saw something, I'm gonna put a new one, but it didn't have any problem. Now on the left, the old one with the production date 2020, the new one 2024. Alright? Let's put together this in a nylon bag like any other time, and outside with the old parts. Bolts are there. Let's put also the heat exchanger. Before I install the new gears, few things. I have shown you the old ones on the previous video how it looks like. Let's see how it looks like the new one. I have to put an assembly grease. This how does looks like the new one. This how does looks like the bush inside. Alright. The old one, this I'll have it out. Okay. go watch the previous video. And this one, why I'm opening it? You're gonna say, Tassos, it's a new gear, why you're opening it? It's very simple. It does have an oil inside. I'm gonna put assembly grease. Okay, nice and good shaft. It has an oil, but it's not that much. I'm gonna put assembly grease to have a peace of mind, to don't have any headache. It's a little bit the oil, that's the thing. And here on the washer front, yeah, nothing. Okay, let's put also this. By the way, the guides, timing chain guides, they don't have a wear. It's very minimum, the wear that has. And keep in mind that the engine was on timing. When I locked the timing tools, it locked nicely. I already installed the upper guide over there with assembly grease, like any other time, fine. And moving on. The two gears back in place with assembly grease. One guide here, one guide here, one guide for the tensioner from this side. The tensioner is being torqued down. Alright, and I mount again the damper pulley and the bolt, the old bolt, just to spin it for you. Usually I'm not doing it, just for the video. Alright. Looking good, sounds good. Moving on. Let me throw this out with the old parts. No need to be here inside anymore. Ah, the fuck, you see what I did? It's upside down. Yay, comes like that, like that. Out, back to the customer, continue with the next. Now, we have this frame that goes under the oil pump that gets these two seals. Alright. The old ones are outside. I have already removed it. Oh boy. Fine, talking about this. One comes here. And the other one from the other side. The other one, yeah, because it has notches. Yeah. This is the oil pump, that's the new oil pump. That's the part number. Fine, the chain. This is the extension cable for the solenoid, but this is the outer. It's not the inner. I need also the inner. And I didn't find anywhere the O-ring for the oil pickup tube. You're gonna tell me why if you use this one not gonna work. Yes, it will gonna work, but better to put one new O-ring since we are here. Don't have any headache. Let's go find the O-ring. I need that because it comes like a sandwich, like I said. No, actually, you turn the crankshaft, you make this counterweight down, and then you can push it inside. Yeah, never mind. The guide, this is the old guide, there's nothing wrong with that. It's fine, it's total fine, you're not gonna have any problem. It's not suffering after all. This is external, like I said, no need for now. Let's go to find what? The internal extension cable for the solenoid and the O-ring for the oil pickup tube for this frame, baffle, how it's called. By the way, just don't forget it. The new oil pump, it comes completely dry. It doesn't have oil at all inside. It's completely, totally dry. Alright. So me, I'm putting a little bit oil on the shaft here, a little bit oil inside. I'm spinning it, high viscosity lubricant, to have a little bit of oil. Alright, don't run dry. Just saying. That's me. You do whatever you want. Alright. This is the old O-ring. This is the new O-ring. Alright. They give me new. Yeah, obviously. They give me two. That's what I was going to say. Once upon a time I had quantity 5 here inside. This I'm going to turn back at the office. This is back to the customer with the old parts, and this is going to be installed. Oil pump back in place. I need the cable extension, like I said, because if I don't put this one, how am I going to close the rest? But even if I had the cable extension, I haven't prepared the upper case. I haven't cleaned it yet. Alright. Let's go to find the cable and to clean the oil pan. I prepare the upper case of the oil pan. Alright. I put the new seal here. That's the part number of the new seal. But I put one pin here, but I still need the extension cable. No worries. I'm pausing it and I'm continuing with this engine. I have the cylinder heads, I have the covers, I have so many things. Let's continue with something. By the way, I get also a gift. Let's open it. Let's unboxing. Let's see what has inside. For me, it's nice. All right, nice, lovely, wow. Amazing. I'm preparing also a couple of things that I'm gonna find in front of me. This is the old water pump and thermostat assembly. Okay, I put it inside the nylon to don't contaminate the table, and this is the new one with the new seals and the new bolts. You're gonna see that when I'm gonna install it. That's the part number. This you're gonna enter here inside and goes back to the customer. Same thing I'm gonna do for the water pump. Let's put it here inside the water pump. Yeah, why not? The old one and take out the new one. Here we have the old water pump. And that's the new one. With the new seals, obviously. Putting it also this inside. Next part, it's this cover from the other side. This comes here. If it doesn't have any problem, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just change the seal on this cover. Yeah, both hands. And water pump thermostat with the seal out. The old seal, it's here inside at this box. Now we have the old damper pulley bolt. Alright, and this is the new one. Done from that. There will gonna be some seals, some gaskets that I'm not gonna show you. I have, as an example, this for the vacuum pump. I'm gonna throw it the other one outside. I have for the actuators, for the cam adjuster actuators here. I have for the turbocharger coolant lines, for the oil return. This is for the oil level sensor. I'm not gonna put every single thing on that, you know. I have also here, as an example, this is the oil filler neck. And you know what, I need to change also the seal here. I'm gonna do that now to be ready. What I have the old cap and the new cap. That this never been tied, it's brand new actually. Why I'm changing complete the cap? Because if you purchase only the seal has the same price like all the cap. Makes sense? So why to take only the seal and change the seal on the old one? Then with the same price you can change it all, right? Okay. Let me do that. Let me do that to remove some parts from here. And I was wondering why they give me 2 O-rings for the oil pickup tube. But I make mistake. That was right. I have to go to get it back. I changed the seal now for this side. Then there is another one O-ring, the same part number like the one for the oil pickup tube. And I give it back at the office. Let me go grab it. All right. Oh boy. Old one, new ones. Let's open it. New ones, old ones, nylon bags. Let me throw it out, also this one, and take care of the new lifters. I was ready to take apart the vacuum pump to make sure that it's nice and clean. I clean also the screen. Actually, I blow the screen. It's not the right way because I push everything inside. But with one way or the other, I have to open it to make sure to remove all the oil, everything, wash it, inspect it, and then close it back together. And what happened? Boom, that's what happened. I received the electrical connector for the solenoid of the oil pump. Now you're gonna ask, Tassos, why not in a nylon bag? Why with no part number? Because we just receive it and I leave the nylon bag at the office to register it on the computer and I get the actual part, so don't delay me. Alright, so what's the plan now? Let's close down, right, since we have it. That was the remaining piece to put it together. I need to put a little bit of Vaseline here to slide nicely and moving on. Lovely, beautiful, excellent. We are looking good. upper oil pan in place, oil level sensor with the new seal in place, the oil pickup tube, I remove the masking tape, a little bit of Vaseline here, the new o-ring here. Let's close also this one. Finish with the oil pan. Now, new drain plug with a new washer, need to crush it, and the oil filter. Let's put also this and make the engine upside up. Alright, we are looking good. Done. Let's continue with the vacuum pump to finalize this one and make the engine upside up. Yep, right. Let me put, I can put now the seal before it cures the sealant. I don't have, why I didn't do that? Let me put also the front seal here. The rear seal, I'm gonna remove it from the stand and then I'm gonna install it. Yeah, alright, let's put the front one. Crank front seal in place, 4/23/2023, the date. Alright, let's put the damper pulley and the new bolt, standing by. Okay, engine upside up. I put the knock sensors, I put the damper pulley. I haven't torqued it down, but I will gonna torque it down. Why I'm gonna torque it down? Yes, why I'm gonna torque it down? Because I'm gonna be the one who's gonna put the intercoolers. Yeah, I'm gonna bring two guys from outside to hold me, to help me to hold the engine. Sorry, it was a misfire on the 6-cylinder. Yeah, to hold for me the engine, torque it down. I have the special tool. I'm gonna lock the crankshaft, and then finally with the vacuum pump. I'm trying now with the vacuum pump the last hour. Oh boy. Done with the damper pulley. When I finish with this engine, I need to open here to see what's going on with the gear, because it has some movement, right? It's 1 second from here, 1/4, to start moving. Okay. Also, we're gonna remove to see the gear if there is any washer to make it shorter, to come closer to each other, because it has too much slack. Alright. Wrapping it, continue with finally with the vacuum pump and then with the cylinder heads. You know what? Okay. If there is no problem with the vacuum pump, I'm gonna clean it, I'm gonna prepare it, wrapping with nylon and put it aside until it comes the time for the installation. The same thing also for the engine. I'm gonna wrap it to pause it for now until I finish the cylinder heads. Next video, probably tomorrow. Alright, to see the valves and the cylinder heads. Definitely the valves need to be lapped. It's at the mileage that it's a good thing to lap the valves. It's not at the mileage to change the valve seals, the valve seals, but at the same time I'm gonna change the valve seals and I'm gonna lap the valves to be nice. Yeah. Alright, that's it for now. Over and out. If it stops here the video, that means the vacuum pump is okay. If it continues the video, you're gonna see if there is any problem with the vacuum pump. Thank you. Over and out. Have a nice weekend for those who's not working on Saturdays. Right.